Big Mike here with
Hayes Entertainment.
Today's episode. We got country's best, JoJo Mason.
If you like what we're doing, you hit the subscribe button, man.
What's up, y'all? It's your man, JoJo Mason, and I am going to be on the I Only Touch Greatness podcast. We'll see y'all soon.
If you're looking for a mug, perhaps a hoodie, head on over to IOnlyJudgeGreatness.com.
This is the hottest place. Big name interviews in Vancouver with Ryan Hayes and Big Mike.
Oh, baby.
This is I Only Touch Greatness podcast with Ryan Hayes and Big Mike.
Oh, baby, it's crazy how you make me keep coming back, then leaving me wanting more. Baby, you're my chemical.
The boys.
Hey,
The boys. What's happening?
not much.
I'm Ryan, by the way, and that's Big Mike, who you were talking to.
Boys, Ryan, Big Mike. What's happening, my guys?
We've crossed paths a few times. I tried to buy you a beer at Canuck game before. I'm also the mini Don Cherry guy from the Canuck games.
That's right. Okay, I got you now.
And the last thing is, I hit you up about a year and a half ago to perform at Mike's wedding.
Oh,
and we never got back around to doing it, but
my apologies.
oh, it wasn't on your end, man. Don't worry.
Oh.
Yeah, no, we just didn't do a band for his wedding.
Gotcha. Oh, thank God, I still went through. I thought you were saying my man.
No.
Got worried for my man over here.
No. And she loves it too.
Awesome.
Hey, JoJo,
awesome.
thank you very much for taking the time for us tonight. We really appreciate it.
Of course, Mikey. What's up, man? It's good to see you, man.
Good to see you as well.
Yeah, you guys have met before.
Yes, sir.
We have a couple times.
Commodore. I remember the Commodore.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Grew up in Regina. What was it like growing up there?
Cold. It was cold. No, it was good, man. I mean, it's prairie life, right? So it's just I was a city boy trying to be a country boy, and shit, I ended up back in the city, man.
Did you play any sports growing up?
Oh, dude, I played hockey. I played basketball. I was boxing growing up as well. Like I did everything. My dad was my soccer coach too. It was dope, man.
Okay.
And I consider myself a bit of an athlete. I'm like one of those old guys though, who's like now 30, and all of my injuries are so real. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I call myself an athlete too, but I'm fat now.
Yeah, it happened to me too, man.
Yeah, as soon as I hit the 35, it's gone downhill.
That's what I heard, man. That's what I got to look forward to. I just hit the 3-0 and in February, and from what I hear, it's just keeps going like this as your age does this.
Oh yeah,
you know
and the hangovers keep getting worse.
I heard that too. If it gets any worse than it is right now, I am in trouble, boy.
Yeah. You moved to Victoria at what age?
I was about 14, right? So I was about 14 when I moved. 14, 15 years old when I moved to Victoria. And my old man had got a job out that way. So we just relocated the whole family, and I ended up getting to play some puck out there as well. And
Sandwich free?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How was the transition moving out west?
It was different, man. It was the first time in my life I had ever really like experienced that there was like any sort of like rape. Maybe it was just because I was sheltered or something like that. But it was the first time I had ever experienced like different cultures not getting along, or stereotypes being very, very real. You know what I mean? Like I walked down the street, short kid. I had an afro about this big. You know what I mean? Like I was a cute little kid, is what I thought. Walking down the street, I had seen some ladies clutching their purses. I'm walking by, that kind of thing, and I had never experienced that before. So it was like moving from this nice little community into real life is what it felt like, right? But
And they're also on the island. They're a little more cuckoo.
I didn't say nothing. Nah, it was good though, man. It was the transition was great. I ended up getting to still play hockey. I made some lifelong friends, and you know, we just keep rolling, man.
How would you describe your hockey game back in the day?
Big. I wasn't a scorer. Okay, I was too big to score, is what I always say. At least that was my excuse. But I was a stay-at-home defenseman that laid the body. That's what I did. I was a big boy. I always been a big boy. You know what I mean? And that was my thing. That was my strong part of my game. And now that I'm old and I play beer league, I just play the position of the floater who does this a lot. Wait up at the blue line, at the hash mark, at the center line for the pucks. Hopefully it comes out to me. I get a chance to go score, making up for lost time. You feel me?
Hey, where do you play beer league? I play at 8 rinks.
No, I don't play 8 rinks. I play in GPF. Is that what it's called? Delta?
Yep. Great Pacific.
Yeah. Yeah, I was leading my team in league in points at one point a couple games ago. It was dope.
I lead my team. I lead my team and the league in penalty minutes.
Yeah, Tina, I believe that. I'd never mess with you, man. I'd never fuck with you.
Yeah, it's because I'm 5 feet tall and I get like the little man syndrome, so I'm like whacking people in the leg.
Hey, man, and people think they can just push you around too. So it's like you got to show them, right? You got to show them what's happening.
Yeah, even if it's dirty.
That's right. Who cares, right? Who gives a shit? Whatever.
And then you suffered an injury, right? And that's why you stopped playing hockey competitively.
Yeah. Herniated that disc in my back. It was a time, dude. Went through some crazy. That was the first time. And now I can say this looking back, but that was the first time I think I really ever experienced my mental health take an absolute plummet. And I didn't really understand it, but now that I'm older and I kind of understand it now that we're able to talk about it, it's nice to be able to look back and say, okay, this is why this is why I was feeling the way that I was feeling. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I do for sure. I hit my head so hard once that I'm still never been the same in my head, but I mean, those first 6 months, you were definitely down on yourself after concussion so hard that.
Big time. I get that, man. And we go through it, right? And at the time, like, I don't know, maybe it's a recent thing that in the last little while that we're able to talk about it without, you know, feeling vulnerable, or we feel more comfortable being able to share our stories and stuff. And back in the day, my whole mentality was, and trying to get through it when it was, I shouldn't have waited so long to reach out for help. I shouldn't have, but my mindset back then was like, hey, I'm a man. Like, I got to be able to deal with this shit myself. If I can't deal with this, if I can't find a way to get through this, then I don't deserve to be happy. You know what I mean? So now that we're able to understand, that was just because I didn't understand, right? Now that we're able to talk about it, now that there's more research happening, now that we're able to come out and fully, you know, shoot the breezy with each other and feel okay doing it. And I'm able to look back and diagnose kind of thing, right? Okay, this is why I was feeling the way I was feeling. Now, if I ever get back to that point, how do we deal, right? Now we're a little bit smarter.
Have you started Christmas shopping yet?
Hell no, man. Hit me with that one. Nah, man, I don't start shopping until like I'm the Shoppers Drug Mart day of only thing open kind of guy. You know what I mean? You can always find some nice perfumes or some bubble baths.
Yeah.
You know, even for my fellas, y'all, I know you take baths. Everybody loves a good bubble bath every now and then. I'm gonna get you some too.
Yeah, especially after hockey.
That's it. Oh, we need it now because we can't even shower at the arenas anymore. We got to bring my stank home with us this time.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I want to hear the jar of moonshine story and meeting Dan Swinimer.
Oh, boy. Holy shit, man. Yeah, that was a time. Okay, so I was working at a bar. It's called Jack's Pub at the time. A friend of mine invited me to a Christmas party. They have their annual mulled wine Christmas party. So I reluctantly said okay because, you know, giving up a $500 night on a Friday around Christmas time is tough to do when you're working at the bar as a bartender, right? I said, okay. So I went to the liquor store next door, grabbed a jar of moonshine. It was the coolest thing that I could find to bring to a party, right? And so I grabbed it, rolled up to the party, and as I walk in the door, start pouring shots as I do, and saying hi to everybody. And you know, this dude through the crowd comes over to me, kind of like puts his arm around me. Is like, yo, man, I got to talk to you about something, man. Like always, he was adamant about it. So, like, whatever I did to you, it wasn't me. I don't know what. I'm sorry. I'll apologize now, kind of thing. You know, I was worried. I don't know what's going on with this guy. So get to chatting, and he's saying, man, I was writing a song earlier in the day, and this guy that I was writing with, my co-writer, was arguing with me about a line in a song, sipping moonshine out of a jar. He didn't believe that people did that. Here you are with the jar of moonshine to prove. Can we take a picture? Can I send it to this guy? I said, okay, sure. So we took the pictures, take a selfie, send it to this guy, and we just got to chatting. And later on in the evening, he kind of looks at me. He's like, hey man, it's too bad you're not a singer, bro. Like, you got something. I've been working with a lot of really good singers, but they just don't have that X factor, that thing, you know. And he's like, you got it in spades, and I it's too bad. I said, well, brother, I could try. Why not, right? I give it a shot. So he looked at me, he's like, man, do you even sing? I said, no, I sing in the shower. I sing in my car to my steering wheel. Like, that's it. And oh, dog, calm down. Hey, babe, I'm on a Zoom call right now. Sorry, y'all.
It's okay. We can edit that part out.
No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Where was I? So he kind of says to me, like, do you even sing? I said, I sing in the shower, right? I sing in, to my car and my steering wheel stuff. And he looks at this, shit, okay. We kind of hum and haw. And eventually I convinced him, give me his card. He gave me his card at the end of the night. He said, all right, man, if you got the balls to call me, I know you ain't never been in no studio before. You're not much of a, bro, I hadn't even done karaoke at that time. You know what I mean? Like, that wasn't my thing. So end up texting him in the morning, woke up, same clothes on, go through my pockets. I pull out this card, right? And, I decided to text him. We even got the text thread still, the picture of the text thread. It's like, hey, what's up? It's JoJo with the moonshine. He's still looking for a male singer to develop, because that's what his team was looking for. And he said, yeah, sure, come on in, and sent me a link to a karaoke website. And he said, pick any song, any genre you want. We'll bring you in and see what you got. So I picked Chicken Fried, Zach Brown Band. Ooh-wee. And yeah, man, I went into his house and he loaded it up. I got into the booth and started singing, and we had a whole record within the next year. We had 4 top 10s together, and hey, here we are, right?
Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, honestly, one door closed, another one open. You feel me?
Do you only do country though?
I love all kinds of music, man. Whatever you can consider country now, I call it,
hip-hop.
It could be hip hop music, it could be pop music, it could be rock music, and it's still all considered country music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's for sure.
What do you enjoy most about being an artist and a performer?
Performing. I get to be on stage, man. I get to be on stage. I get to connect with so many different people and hear people's stories, man, and just to have something that, makes people feel something. You feel me?
If you could do a feature with anybody, who would it be?
Boy, I knew you was gonna ask me this. I knew this one was coming. Right now, I would love to do one with Mitchell Tenpenny. And I say that because I admire him so much. He's such an incredible musician, but he's also an incredible guy as well. And I would love to have a massive collab with him. He's an incredible writer. He writes a lot of my stuff, right?
I was just gonna say, yeah, he's wrote a couple of your songs, right?
Yeah, buddy. He wrote. He wrote "Better on You" and "Future," "As If We Won't" as well.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a huge Tenpenny and Megan Patrick fan. I've been reaching out to them so much, trying to get them on, but there's no chance of that ever happening.
It's tough to get a hold of them, man. They're on that next level, right?
Who are the biggest influencers in your career, would you say? And who did you look up to the most?
That's a tough one, right? Because I'm a 90s baby, so obviously we grew up listening to the boy bands and the girl bands, and I've always been a fan of like the soul music, the Marvin Gaye, the Temptations. But I also love, I love me some Celine Dion, and some, even you flip it to the other side and go with some Kenny G. You know what I mean? I was eclectic. I'm eclectic when it comes to music, and I think one of the things that I want to do in my career is be the pioneer of soul music and country music. I want to make that, one thing. And that's my dream of what I want to do, man.
That's funny you say that, because I used to run a hip hop record label here in Vancouver, and I was an A&R, and I always wanted to do the collabo of my Dominican rap artist with a country artist.
Get out of town.
Yeah, I've tried. Even back in the day, I was saying this to Aaron Pritchett the other night, that I tried to get Aaron Pritchett to be the guy, but
no, come on,
never ended up working out. But
that's hilarious, man. Yeah. Well, Aaron, if you're gonna get anybody to do that country thing, Aaron would be that guy. He's so versatile when it comes to music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One guy I've always wanted to see you do a collab with is Tebe. I feel like you guys got like the same kind of rhythm.
Yo, me and Tebe are bros too, man. He's a really good dude. We always joke who's gonna win the Minority of the Year award at the Country Music Awards, right? Because there's only the two brothers that are in country right now. But yeah, he's one of the good ones, man. I would love to do a collab with Tebe. I've done a couple of writes with him that have gone really well, but to get that collab with my guy, that would be sick, right?
Yeah, we had him on a few times. One time for sure.
Oh, for real? So he was
yeah.
calls, but not my calls. Okay. I'll just play.
Yeah, we've had a few country people on, Mike. We've had Chris Buck, who's local.
Aaron Goodwin.
AG is my boy.
And
Sons of Daughters.
Yeah. Come on, Crystal. Jimmy.
Yeah. And Jimmy, yeah.
That's my guy, man. Awesome, y'all.
Yeah.
Who gave you the extra push to where you're at today?
I'd say my mom and my fiance, man. I owe a lot of where I'm at to them. I get down on myself a lot, and they're usually the ones that sit and bring me back up to where I need to be in my mental game. And probably wouldn't be here if they weren't here with me.
Yeah,
I took the wife on her birthday to the Commodore. Obviously, that's her birthday, Valentine's Day. So obviously we're at your concert, and I thought that was a pretty cool moment when you pulled your mom up on stage.
Yeah, man, that highlight of my career, dude. If I don't do anything else cool in my entire life for the rest of my life, that one moment for me will last a lifetime forever. You know what I'm saying? It was so special, and the fact I got to do that with her was yeah, boy.
Well, I'm glad I got to be part of that then.
Yeah, man. I'm so glad you were there too. I'm so glad everybody was there and they was all cheering and showing my mama so much love, man. It was so rad.
Commodore is one of the best for venues.
Yeah, completely agree.
On that note, do you have a dream venue?
Obviously MSG, right? Who wouldn't want to go sell out MSG? But we're not on that level yet. One day we're going to get there. Y'all going to see,
I believe in you, man.
Yeah,
you will be there.
Y'all, man.
Do you have a favorite one you've performed at so far?
The Commodore, dude. I sold out I sold out the Commodore, one of my favorite festivals, Boots of Hearts. Always. The local one, Gone Country. Love playing that. I was supposed to play that this year, but we playing that next year. I hope.
Yeah.
I hope. Yeah.
What's been your go-to quarantine snack?
Ooh, pizza, bro. Skip the dishes. You know what I'm saying? Not just one snack. I just got a whole app to do the snacking for me, man. It's the worst. It's the worst.
Hey, me too. And now they reward you.
I know they're giving you things now for ordering through their app. Come on, stop.
Yeah.
Stop making it that easy for me to buy your shit, man.
Did
You
you have
got
any?
any? Go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask the same question. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. Do you have any pregame meals or rituals?
I can't eat, bro. I can't eat. I can't drink. I can't do nothing before a show. I'm like paralyzed, man. Before I get on the stage, I'm not awesome to be around for right before I go on. I'm pacing back and forth, and then as soon as the lights come on and the blinds open up and I get to step on the stage, all goes away and we do our thing. It's afterwards we crush, man. We start having a couple of pops and whatnot, and it's good, man.
Do you still get butterflies?
What's that?
Do you still get butterflies?
Oh, every single time. Every single time.
Aaron Pritchett was telling us that him and his band, they crush Fireball before going out on stage.
Yeah, they do. I've been there. It's insane. All of them are just like, yeah, all of them ready to go, fired up. Love that shit, man.
What were the emotions when you signed to Manic Down Productions and released "It's All Good" in 2015? What went into making that song?
It was a Tim Hicks co-write with Dan, and Tim's label didn't want that song for him. So this was a song that was like, okay, well maybe we could try it for me, and it worked, bro. And the emotions of signing with this guy, he was one of my best friends, you know what I mean? So to go into that relationship business wise with the personal side as well, it was great, man.
In 2016, you signed to 604 Records and released your third single, Red Dress.
Yes, sir.
What was it like being on Chad Kruger's label?
I met Chad a couple times. He's a really, really good dude. People always don't have the most awesome things to say about him, but I met him. Great dude. Always been really cordial. Always been really nice to me. Remembered who I was, which is kind of cool. You meet somebody, and then the next couple of times you might in and out. He's Chad Kruger, right? But he always remembered who I was, and always took an interest in talking to me. So I thought that was really cool. Just signing with a label like that, anyways, was really cool. They're very, very decorated on their own without the help, with the likes of me. They got a ton of really, 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 really talented artists on their roster. And I was just lucky I got to be a part of that, man.
Since then, obviously produced 4 top 10s. What's it like hearing your songs all over the world?
It's crazy, dude. It's absolutely crazy. I can see on my phone, they got the artist app, right? So I can see where the streams are coming from as well. To know that there's people in like England and France and even down in the States are, there's a few people that are picking it up, picking up the radar. So it's such a bizarre feeling, man. And I don't think that's ever going to go away either. You know what I mean?
What's the artist app? Does that have to do with Spotify and iTunes?
Yeah, so you can see where the streams from all the DSPs are coming from.
Because we put all our episodes on there, and I've never thought about looking into that.
Check it out. Absolutely. Yeah. Check it out.
Songs that I love, absolutely love of yours, obviously. Better on You, Something to Wrap My Heart Around, As If We Won't, Future, Edge of the Night. What made you come up with the idea of those ones?
Yo, a lot of them were pitches to me. That's kind of how it works. See, listen, I'm not the greatest songwriter, but I have a lot to say, and I want to portray things a certain way. So why not let somebody who does, who writes 3 songs a day their entire life, why not let them say what I want to say? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So when I get to hear all these incredible songs in their demo form, knowing what I can bring to there, bring flavor to, I love that process. And so my producer, Scotty Chops, he brings us a bunch of songs, sifts through them all, brings us a bunch of songs that, I would probably like, or that would go through my head as a check mark. We go through them together and we decide. And if I hear or feel strongly about something, we're going to do it no matter what. And Scott Spo has been very supportive of that. And that's kind of how I operate, right? I'll never put out a song that doesn't make me feel something. You know what I mean?
Do you have a
totally makes sense.
Do you have a favorite verse of all time?
Favorite verse?
Yeah, that you've done.
probably in Good Kind of Love. We put Zoom, Zoom, and Boom, Boom in the chorus. You know what I mean? Who does that? I don't know.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. I wrote that one.
I've been to numerous of your shows, obviously. My favorite was definitely Commodore. You killed it with the Rec Laws and Chris and Carter. How bad did you guys party after the show?
Yo, it was nuts, man. We went out. I can't get into it. But yeah, we had some fun, dude. We had a lot of fun, as we do, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you gotta celebrate. We work hard, man. We work hard. We got to play hard too.
Yeah, if he told you, he'd have to kill you, Mike.
That's it.
Hey, do you ever go back and listen to your old songs, or do you just kind of keep moving forward?
Every now and then I'll reminisce in what was and what we kind of went through and whatnot. But for the most part, that's what you're always trying to stay creative and stay going forward, right? Stay moving forward, and we just want to keep doing that and not appreciate the past, but also with the focus of the future, right?
I know when I always go back to listen to my old songs once in a while, maybe a couple times a year, but you can always remember where you were and what studio you were in and everything.
Yeah. He's got it.
What would we find on your playlist right now?
Oh, let me tell you. Right now. 1 second here. Let me get this on. Playlist. You would find Good Morning by Alex Ayono. Music to be Murdered by. I got some Eminem in there. I got some Timeless by Dallas Smith. My guy Chris Ulrich, who's also Dallas Smith's guitar player, he put out a jam. It's called The Less I Know, the Better. Smash.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, y'all should check it out. His name's Chris Ulrich with a K. Chris.
Are you good friends?
I got some bass.
Yeah, you're good friends with Dallas, right?
Yeah, he's a pal of mine. Yeah.
Okay.
I got some Andrew Hyatt. 100% got me some Andrew Hyatt. What else? I got that Breaking Me song is the pop song. I got that one on there. And obviously some Boys to Men. Did you know that Boys to Men did a cover of what was it called? It's called Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls, and also they did a cover of Amazed by Lone Star.
Really? Huh.
Check that shit, boys. Check that out.
Amazed is an old one, right? That's been around since like the 90s, that one.
Long time, dude.
Yeah, see, I remember the Boys to Men one of Amazed.
So sick, right?
I didn't hear any Tupac on there.
No, I mean, obviously we got some Tupac, but right now in my playlist, this is what I'm going through. I ain't mad at nobody right now.
No.
Your newest jam is Chemical. Do you have any other ones that are going to be dropped here soon?
We are always working, man. We are always working on some new stuff, and we put out the EP recently called Changes, so y'all can check it out. We're going to be taking another single or another song off that, making it a single, and hopefully people at radios will jump on that one as well. We'll see how she goes, right?
Oh yeah, JRFM loves your music, man. They blast it all the time.
I love the people there, man, and the station itself. I love that they always support the local boy, right? It's amazing.
Do you have a Christmas album?
No, but I should. I feel like I put up enough freaking Christmas songs already. I should have like a little mini baby album, right?
Yeah.
We've done a couple songs. No full album, of course, but we've done a couple songs.
Like a mixtape.
Yeah. We can just do a little mixtape.
If you could open a show for any artist, dead or alive, who is it?
Oh God, I knew you were gonna do this. Probably Boys to Men, because they're like my favorite. I'm okay. I gotta do that, or a Blake Shelton concert, because that would be
I like that.
dope.
I like that.
That would be dope. Who wouldn't want to play for 50, 60, 100,000 people? You know what I'm saying? It's Blake Shelton. I'll go. I don't care how many people are gonna be there. I'll go.
That's right. Me too. What is one message you would give your fans?
One message I would give to my fans is thank you for staying loyal. this is a time that's very tough for a lot of musicians, and we're all kind of in the same shit together, but we don't know until this pandemic stops and we kind of get back to some sort of normal. We are all out of work. So it's really tough for us. So thank you. If I were to give any message to my fans, I would say it would be thank you just for continuing to support and streaming my songs and showing all of us love. That would be my message.
A solid message.
Hey, do you have a favorite sports team?
Yeah, Philadelphia Eagles, NFL baby, Colorado Avalanche, NHL, LeBron James, wherever he go, I go. You know what I mean? I'm in the James gang.
Okay. I thought you were a Canucks fan. You just crushed my heart.
Don't be upset about it. Don't be upset about it. It's not that I don't like them. I do like them. I like them a lot. But I'm a Colorado Avalanche fan since I was 5 years old. Let's go.
Hey,
that was the Forsberg in Korea.
That's it. I was 5 years old, man. I was 5 years old, bro. I didn't have nobody to cheer for, and I just like the colors of the team better. That's how I picked my favorite.
Well, they're definitely stacked, and Canucks are gonna have to go against them for the next 20 years. I was saying to Mike last night, they got so many good players.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Because I know it will be for me.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
As the Canucks go on this big cup run, we're going to be going on one of these years. We're going to have a rivalry with Colorado. We're going to have to get through them every year.
Did you say cup run?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Well, let's not get crazy.
Hey, how about those Eagles? Are they going to win? They kind of shit the bed.
Yeah, listen, it's a tough time to be Eagles fan, all right? We had a Super Bowl recently. We did.
Hey, JoJo, I feel you, man. I'm a Bengals fan, so I feel you.
Bro, you should be so excited. You should be like the most excited.
Well, for the future, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bro, you got Joey B, man. What
yeah.
are you talking about?
The guy's a stud. He's a stud.
I got Carson fucking Wentz, dude. Like, I got Carson Wentz, and I loved him for so long, and now all of a sudden his injuries have completely ruined him, and he sucks. Now he's just bad. And their other quarterback, Jalen Hurts, he's also
bad.
Bad. Like, don't get him the pieces they need. Let's get a fucking quarterback.
I know. And then last year they couldn't catch anything. They couldn't. The Eagles couldn't even catch COVID.
We gotta stop talking about it. I'm getting sad now. I'm just gonna get sad.
I'm a Seahawks fan. You ever want to come to the good side?
If I were going to the good, bro, I guess. Okay, so my second team, Kansas City, because I went to the playoff game last season in February, where they played Houston, and they were down by 24 or something like that. Made this heroic comeback in the second half. Patty Mahomes went off and went all Superman on everybody. I was at that game, bro, and I became part of Chiefs Kingdom. It was insane.
I mean, Mahomes is nuts. You can't take anything away from that.
You can't. What? You can't. That's what it is.
What's the most useless talent you have?
I'm surprisingly good at NHL in my video games.
Oh, really? Hey,
okay.
We started a league where we got like 6 of us that all play, and we take our team and we play other teams from around the world.
Okay.
Each person has a player. Like, you're a defenseman, one's a goalie. Yeah.
That's dope.
Might have to get you on that.
Turns out I'm really good. So if you need a ringer, hello.
Yeah, there we go.
Hello.
Doing a little recruiting for my online team.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, man.
Do you sing in the shower, and what songs?
By Lamos, by Enrique Iglesias. That's my go-to usually.
Do you have a favorite movie or sports movie?
Favorite movie of all time, Remember the Titans.
Yeah.
My number one. Great choice.
Let's go.
Yeah, we get that a lot too. You obviously drink, as your story sound really awesome. What's your favorite drink?
Right now, I don't know. I'm a vodka guy right now. I like my Tito's vodka because every bottle I buy, the donation goes to an animal shelter.
Well,
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just like, okay, well now I got to support the animals because I'm an animal lover, so I got to drink a lot, and that's just kind of how it goes, right?
What you
Gotta
been up
support the
to?
animals.
What you been up to during COVID, and where you living these days?
Drinking and supporting the animals, dude. What I tell you? I've been out in Cloverdale. I just recently moved to White Rock, so we're out in White Rock right now,
Nice.
and yeah, it's good, man. It's really it's easy, right? Right now we're just chilling. It's COVID. What else you gonna do?
And
Absolutely.
White Rock rocks. My mom lives she overlooks the pier.
The best.
Yeah, right on the cliff.
Here's an NHL draft question for you.
Oh,
if you were an animal, what were you?
If I was an animal,
what would you be?
I would be a gorilla because gorillas are smart as shit, very, very strong, but also very compassionate as well.
Okay.
I'd be a gorilla.
I always go with Toucan Sam, or maybe perhaps dolphin.
Toucan Sam.
Yeah.
I
Look
guess
at the
that's
beak
legit,
on him.
because then you can talk, because Toucan Sam the cartoon, he could talk to people, right?
Yeah.
So you'd be the animal and smarter than everybody because you can communicate. I get it.
And I love Fruit Loops.
Oh yeah, and you get an endless supply of Fruit Loops. That's just incredible. What was I even thinking, man? At least I should have picked Tony the fucking Tiger or something.
Hey, that's a good one. And you know one, he's a tagger, so he's like the king of the kingdom. Two, he can play hockey. You've seen that before on his commercial.
Yeah,
and
who would have thunk? Who would have thunk it? He can do it.
Hey, JoJo, I just want to thank you so much for taking the time for us today and coming on the show.
Hey,
we really appreciate
boys.
it. We're huge fans of yours, man. We can't wait to see you rise to the top, man. We know you're almost there and you're going to hit there.
Appreciate it, boys.
And hopefully the Canucks have you come sing the national anthem again. We didn't even talk on that. What was that like?
It was unreal, dude. It was unreal. There was about 16,000 people that were just screaming and stuff like that. That's the biggest crowd I've ever played for. It was dope.
Yeah, I was screaming at you as you walked through the Zamboni thing. I stood up and I yelled at you to come have a beer.
Next time.
Next time.
All right,
Hey,
y'all.